What is going on, everybody? We are back for episode 2 of the HSB Podcast. We got a newcomer tonight. We got Harry on the show. Harry, glad you're joining us tonight, man.
I'm glad to be here, dude.
And Ryan is back with us as well.
What's up?
And you got me, Chris Horton, one of your other hosts. So we are going to get this going. We're going to dive into a lot of good stuff. Here we go. All right. All right, episode 2. We're going to get into some football. We are going to get into some more baseball. We're going to talk a little bit of fantasy. But we gave you a little bit of an intro into who we are last week. We are a fantasy league. We're a bunch of buddies who play fantasy baseball. We play fantasy football. And as you heard from Jason, Ryan, and myself last week, this league has been going since 2008. Now, new members have been added along the way. The three of us included. We've all kind of come on a bit more recently. I want to say 2018 or 2019 was my first year.
It's the same year.
Yeah, I think
I was 2019 when I got co-manager.
Yeah, I was like, I think Ryan and I started around the same time. Harry, when did you start?
I think it was either 18. It might have been 18.
Okay, all right, yeah, but it's been fun, and one of the cool things is that we've all become really good friends. We've all gotten to know each other on a personal level. We're all scattered across the country too, so it's not like we get to see each other all the time. And one of the great things that we mentioned is we have a group chat that just goes on year round, all day, every day. It's basically nonstop. It's insane. So as time goes on, as we kind of get our feet under us with this podcast, we're gonna open up the chat a little bit more and share some of the craziness that is this group. But we also introed our name. And a lot of people that I've talked to, and by a lot I mean like 3, have been like,
we'll take it.
This name makes no sense. And I'm like, you're right, it doesn't. It is absolutely an inside joke in the in the podcast, but that's part of the fun. In the group chat, I mean. But that's part of the fun about the podcast is we get to let you in on some of the inside jokes that we have running as a group. And so, Harry, you're the namesake of the podcast.
Yes.
This is your story. I don't mean to build it up as if it's something bigger and better than what it is, but I was going to let you tell it, not me. So the mic is yours, my friend. You go ahead.
For any 8-year-old, this is legendary.
Right, that's true.
Legendary.
Yeah, I used to go to. I'm an only child, so my parents used to do cool stuff for my birthday.
Represent.
And one year I wanted to go to ShowBiz. This is how old I am too.
ShowBiz Pizza.
ShowBiz Pizza.
I had to pull up. Side note,
No,
real quick. I had to pull up. We took my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time like a couple months ago, and
Nice.
it was not a good one. It was terrible. It was trashy. It was disgusting. But
Yeah.
I had to show her the old animatronic like band that would come out at ShowBiz Pizza, like the mouse that played
Yes.
the keyboard and just did this, and it was creepy to
And the
look at.
gorilla.
Wait.
Gorilla.
That was Chuck E. Cheese before Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
Before it
Cheese
was
used
called
to be
Chuck E. Cheese.
ShowBiz Pizza.
ShowBiz Pizza. ShowBiz Pizza, where a kid can be a kid,
No
is what it was.
idea.
Oh yeah, man.
And
And the
Holy
pizza was
cow.
better, by the way.
the pizza was better. The games were better. But it still had like an old 20s saloon kind of feel to the music. Like the animatronics were like it was that kind of thing. And he would just sit there. This is how he played the piano, and his head
Were they
would
shooting
move like
pistols
this.
too?
It was cheesy as hell. One of them was dressed up as a cowboy, wasn't he?
One of them was dressed up as a cowboy, though. It was
Awful.
80s at its finest, right? And so I went with a group of friends, and we went to ShowBiz Pizza for my birthday. If I'm not mistaken, it was on there used to be one on St. Charles Rock Road back in the day. So we
Good
go
Chuck.
there. Yeah, we go there, and they tell them it's my birthday. We had a birthday party thing, whatever. And one of their little music things, um, I think it was the gorilla that played the keyboard. He's like, we said happy birthday to all of the people who have birthdays, and it was like some girl named, whatever, Keisha and something. And he goes, and also happy birthday to Hattie. And I was like, how hard is it to throw? Like, is it? And then I think about it
Harry.
now. It was '80s animatronics. They probably could say ours. I don't know what happened, but it was Hattie for the rest of that day, and then for the rest of that school year, that was a joke too. And
Did,
I guess the inside joke part of it for our group was that I can't remember. I was telling my wife about this earlier today. I was like, I don't remember what the name of our group was before I told that story. I just remember Russ being the quickest Photoshopper in our group. He whipped that he whipped that picture up, and he's like, and this is the name of the group now. So
didn't they write it on the cake too?
yes, that was the other thing. On the cake it said "Happy Birthday, Hattie." So they never
Man,
heard
full
ours,
on botch
and I
job.
was like, yeah. I still remember it. Obviously, it didn't scar me too much, but enough to where I still remember it, and it was a funny story. So
Yeah,
I feel like before it turned to Hattie, it was like Big League
it was
Chew.
Big League
It was
Chew
something,
that's
before.
right.
something
That's
flipping
right. It
Harry.
was.
Yep. But yeah, so the name of the group chat is Hattie's Birthday Bash. And when we were
Yes.
trying to come up with a name for the podcast, we were like, Hattie's Sports Ball Bash. Boom. Here we go.
Yeah.
So
It works.
there you
Keep
go.
it
We'll take it.
connected.
That is the
Keep
one
it
and
connected
only
to the group.
time we're going to tell that story on this show, by the way. So
All
for
right.
anybody who listens down the road, you're going to have
Go
to
back
come
to
back
episode
to
2.
episode 2 to get the story. I'm just throwing that out there.
There it is. It's an exclusive.
Exactly. Anyway, we're gonna get into some football. We're gonna get into some other stuff. But since the last conversation was around baseball and the end of the fantasy league is coming up soon, I figured real quick because I think we have 2 weeks left before the playoffs start.
3.
3 weeks. Okay.
3.
So games are not quite done tonight. But as the standings sit now, I'm gonna give them the rundown. Ryan and Jeremy, the Pickles, you guys are in first place by 2 games over Russ. But Russ
He's about to pick up a game.
he's about to pick up a game. I thought he was losing pretty bad.
No, he took over 5-6.
Oh, he did. I thought you guys were smoking him.
We were most of the week until Friday.
You gotta love fantasy. You can turn on a dime. It's great. Anyway,
Yeah.
So you're up by 2 games, which will be 1 game if the score holds. I'm 7 games back. Mike is 10 games back. John is 21 and a half. Big drop off from there. Jason
Huge drop.
in 6th place. Harry, you're in 7th. We got Mark, we got Justin, and we got Tim. Shout out Tim for joining the group chat today. He got 9 text messages in.
9. Wow. That Guinness Book of World Records for Tim.
I know.
Live update
And
cards.
and actually, he texted a couple times after that, so I'd have to go check. But it could be up to like 11 or 12. Which, if anyone knows Tim Scott, it's a record for him. He does not join the group
Seriously.
chat very often.
We'll just keep.
Since we are on baseball, Justin Verlander got his 3,000th strikeout.
Yeah, he screwed our fantasy day though.
He did. That's a pretty big milestone. I don't know that I see a ton of guys in the near future getting there. What does that mean for his legacy as a pitcher? Because he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball for the last 20 years.
He's the last of a generation. Legitimately, the workload stuff, you don't get guys that go 200 innings. He's like one of the last dogs to go like 200 plus innings. So you don't got guys that do that much anymore.
And his body has paid the price for it. It's taken a toll, but
Yeah.
he's been a workhorse for sure.
42?
Yeah.
42.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Does he have?
Him and Kershaw kind of sit there. I think is the last 2 that are really kind
And
of.
DeGrom's 39, isn't he? 38,
Is he that
39?
old?
36, 37, somewhere in there.
I didn't think he was that
I don't
old.
know.
Maybe he is. Well, he's been hurt half his career, so who knows?
30s. Maybe he's
Right.
in his mid-30s.
Um,
But yeah,
but yeah, there's just not a lot of guys like him anymore. And is Scherzer there yet? Is he at 3,000? I don't know. We'll have to look that up. But
DeGrom is 37.
37. It's so weird hearing these guys' ages that I'm older than. I'm like,
Right.
dude.
yeah, I know, right? Oh, hey, Scherzer, if he plays another year, he's got 3,456 Ks.
Oh, all right. So he'll probably get to 3,500
He can get to 35,
this
yeah.
this season.
He's 41.
I mean,
So
he's a strong enough competitor that
He will find a way to get it.
he'll want to. It's just will his body let him, and will a team sign him and give him a chance?
Yeah.
Although over the last month he's been on fire. He's been back to his old self.
At this stage of the game, anybody that picks him up ain't gonna have to pay him much
Yeah,
because he's getting paid from like 6 different teams.
right. Oh, for sure. All these deferred contracts are crazy.
Yeah.
We still celebrate Bobby Bonilla Day on July 1st because that man was the original genius in deferring his payments. That guy hasn't played since 2001, and he will get paid until 2039 or 2035.
Something like that.
crazy.
I mean, he gets $1.3 million every July, and he's going to be like 70 when that stops or something.
When that
Ridiculous.
stops.
This total Ks list. Obviously, you have Nolan Ryan like number one. Shout out to him. We just talked about him last week, beating the snot out of somebody.
Robin Ventura.
Robin Ventura,
Ventura.
maybe. But Verlander's sitting at 10. Actually, he's probably about to eclipse Walter Johnson for nine overall on the total
All
Ks.
time. Okay.
Man.
And then Max Scherzer was 11. This is not updated. This is ESPN. And then Clayton Kershaw is 20. But then take a guess at who's 21. It's an active pitcher right now.
An active pitcher who's ranked 21st
Now?
all time in strikeouts,
I think he's still active. I could be wrong.
and he's behind Clayton Kershaw.
hmm
Wouldn't be Garrett Cole.
He finished his career with maybe not. Maybe the last time you would have seen him pitch was with Houston, I think. Maybe he did retire. I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who?
Zach Greinke.
Oh,
Mm.
no, he finished with the Royals.
He
Oh,
went
he
finish
did
with the Royals. He went and finished with the Royals.
hmm
Okay,
That
cool.
makes sense.
Yeah.
He was mowing him down when he was
Greinke was after him. I was very surprised to see Greinke at 21.
Zach Greinke had to be, maybe along with Pedro Martinez, because Pedro was pretty short, the smallest dominant pitcher of all time. Because isn't Greinke like 5'7", 5'8", and 165
he's not a
pounds or
big
something?
dude.
Crazy.
He's not a big dude.
So what pitchers are we putting in the same, Justin Verlander kind of in the same breadth all time? Who's he on equal ground with?
I mean, he's up there. Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson.
He'd have to be, right?
We're just talking pure. If we're talking pure strikeouts,
Yeah.
Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson, Tom Seaver, Gaylord Perry.
Lord.
I'm just looking at the names because it's got it tiered
That's
out.
around him.
Yeah, it's just been an impressive career. It's been infuriating to watch because he's just crushed the Cardinals over the years. Outside of 2006,
Outside of 06. Yeah.
when he was a rookie, and even then
That's
he
crazy.
pitched really well in that World Series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, outside of Pujols, there wasn't a ton of hits coming off of Verlander that year. And he was Rookie of the Year that season, wasn't he?
They have Scherzer on that roster too.
Yeah, they were there together.
Man,
Tigers were good with Jim Leyland.
they were good.
They were.
They're good now.
They are good now.
Tell you what, yeah, they are good again.
And
Every
pitching
time-
is the thing.
The one person who got on my nerves that whole series was Brandon Inge. Like every time he came to the plate, I'm like, this dude, he about to get a stupid hit.
Dude, him and Curtis Granderson Curtis Granderson got on base a
Yeah.
lot that series,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he stole a couple bases, which obviously with Yachty behind the plate surprised everybody. But
Right.
I really
But
liked Curtis Granderson.
he was sneaky fast. He was long and lanky,
He's a good
and he could
he was a
move
good
down the
player,
line.
man. He was a good
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Ryan, I noticed something today. We talked about at post trade deadline, the roster changes and everything last week, and who we liked out of it. You said Seattle. Jason said the Padres, who have both done pretty well post trade deadline. I said the Mets, who have done nothing but lose. They have lost. Actually, last Sunday when we were recording this, recording the first episode, I mean, and I was saying that I liked them. That was their first of the 7 losses in a row that they've had this week. They've lost 7 games in a row. And I'm like, I'm watching Mets fans online lose their mind. And as someone who's no fan of the Mets, I think it's hilarious. Every prediction I make, I'm going to keep track if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And if I get in a little trend, I'm just going to start wishing that on teams that I hate, because I'm 1 for 1 so far.
It's amazing to me how the Mets continue to spend the way they spend, and nothing comes of it.
But it's like the Padres. We talked about that last week too. Like the Padres,
True.
The Padres have made huge moves and nothing has happened. I mean, would there be anything worse as a fan of a team than to see them make these big moves that you want them to make and nothing happens?
Nothing.
And they continue to sell the farm.
Yep.
My goodness, it drives me nuts.
I mean, Xander Bogaerts is still a miserable contract for them. Jeez.
Yeah. He's actually trying to hit the ball lately. I got him in another fantasy team, and I get a little notification on my phone that he hit a home run, and I'm like, all right, he hit a couple this week.
He's a decent bench bat for fantasy. Like, he's a good backup shortstop to have. You got to put him in or put him in a utility spot when someone has a day off or whatever. Like,
Yep.
You get a couple hits out of him, maybe a home run if you're lucky, because he's still hitting 18, 19 a year, something like that.
So, yeah. Not a whole lot.
Anywho, Ryan, you had a fun idea in the text thread earlier. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah. Since we're coming on to this overlap between preseason football games starting now. I mean, I've already had 2 fantasy football drafts. I hate to say it already.
Crazy.
Dang, already?
Already. Thanks to Board for that. And you're finishing out the baseball season. I want to pull back the curtain on our chat and talk a little bit about who is your fantasy baseball team's equivalent in football.
Wow.
And then after you name that team, I want you to place a player off your team at QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Ooh.
And then give me a reason why your team is that and why those players are there.
All right, I'm pulling up my roster right now. That is diving into the weeds a little bit. I like it. I left a home run on the bench today.
I might look at somebody else's team just for the funsies.
Who would my quarterback be? Good.
Now, I mean, obviously you want your quarterback to be consistent. You want him to be smart. You know, kind of the anchor. Well, I mean, really, you're talking in this league, a little dual threat action. Which there's only one player, and I don't even have him. The full him.
You have half
we
of
only
him.
have half of him. We only have half of Ohtani.
Right.
But I like the quarterback is the consistent one. Could be considered like a leader in the clubhouse and kind of driving the success of the team.
So I mean, you might be talking about a pitcher here who's touching the ball every time.
I was gonna say you could be talking about a pitcher.
Yeah.
So it's and I was telling you guys this before we started. I was thinking about this when you posed the idea, and I'm like, I could go a couple of different ways. Like if I went historic, Like I look at the last few years of our baseball season and like just my teams that I've had, I would and maybe it doesn't apply this year, I don't know. But I'm tempted to go Minnesota, the Vikings. Because I usually make a run at the end of every season to ensure I have a playoff spot. I have some talent, but then I blow it in the playoffs and nothing ever happens. Like my teams just are horrible in the postseason. Now, I alluded to this last year. This year is by far the best fantasy baseball team I've had in our league ever. I've been able to make some trades, and I had a good draft, and I made some good pickups. And I've got a pretty consistent team up and down on offense, and I've got a few consistent pitchers. If I had to pick a quarterback, kind of just the consistent, the driver of success, the leader in the clubhouse, I'd probably go Vlad Guerrero.
Oh, finally.
What do you mean, finally?
He's living up to it. I mean, I think we had him for 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, he had a stellar season last year, and he's come on strong at the end of this season. But I'd go Vlad as my quarterback. Pete Alonso's going to be my tight end because he's just a muscle bound dummy, but he's really good.
He's getting that red zone target.
He is.
Right.
I've got I'd put
talking about running back and wide receiver now. Type of wide receiver and running back you got.
Even though he's hurt, I'd go Austin Riley at my receiver position.
Okay. Young.
Yep.
Got a good upside. Okay.
And Lindor as my running back. Or you could switch those two. Like I could see those as interchangeable pieces. But
I could see Lindor honestly making it in football as a running back.
Yeah. He's shifty. He's quick.
Okay. So the Vikings.
Yeah.
Because you like to blow it.
Because I like to blow it, yeah. I mean, I would love to, since I'm in third place right now, like I would love to say something like the Bills, but I don't know that I'm that good. And I love Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is a friggin' stud. And I don't know that I would look at my team and say, this guy is one of the 3 best at his position in the league.
Fair.
Like, Josh Allen is one of the 3 best quarterbacks in the league. No debate at all.
Yeah.
You could justify a case between him, Lamar, and Mahomes in any of those positions, 1 through 3. And I don't think anyone could argue with any of that.
Not right now. That's fair.
Ryan, I see you trying to find a way to argue with it.
No, I don't think so. I was thinking about who the Jets are in our league. That's what I was thinking about.
What, like
they should be really good, but they can't quite
figure out how to get out of their own way.
Put it. Yeah.
Are we doing it just strictly on this season?
I mean, I'm making our poll, or like I'm making our comp based on the last couple years.
Okay.
Because we're going for the 3-peat now, so it's obvious. You would be like, well, we're the Patriots. Everybody hates us. Nobody wants us to win anymore.
Yep.
But we keep winning.
That is correct.
We keep winning.
We all hate
That's
you.
fair.
In fantasy.
We keep winning. Right.
I've decided on the Browns because I don't have one. I don't have one clear leader.
You're a factory of sadness.
I don't have one clear leader.
Insert that YouTube video here.
It was
okay. So
that's true, Harry. I've looked at your roster like multiple times over the last few weeks, trying to put a trade together, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about trade deadline stuff. I'm like, nobody wants anybody that I have because.
So you got a contract for Deshaun Watson that you don't want to have. So who's Deshaun? Who's the player you wish you could get rid of, but you can't get rid of him?
That's a good question.
At this point, it's probably Nick. because he has fallen off a cliff this
Yeah.
year.
Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos has just
Castellanos.
fallen off a cliff.
That's a good one.
Just wish-
There's not been enough tragedy in the world for him to get enough home runs.
Well, and Rutschman was hurt.
Adley got hurt, and he hasn't really kind of come back to form.
You have some decent pitching, dude.
I do. I made some trades earlier, but then they all got hurt.
Yeah, that's
King
true.
just came back, but Miller was hurt. McGill is still hurt. And then I would say I would probably have Teoscar Hernandez as a wide receiver because he's like 6'2", 180. I feel like he's a long, skinny dude. I feel like Randy Arozarena would be a tight end. Like he just looks like somebody who's just let him run straight. Don't give him,
Yeah,
just
let him get streaky in the playoffs.
right.
I tell you
Right.
what, that is he with as strong as he's come on. I do regret trading him. Although
Yeah.
I'm happy with I was happy with the trade at the time.
Yeah.
He's come on strong for you, man.
Yeah.
23
And
home
Mason
runs,
Wynn.
21 stolen bases. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a 2020. Mason Wynn is my running back because he's super fast.
He's going to be he's going to be a stud in this league for a long time.
Yeah.
Like
And I
he's
think
really good.
If you have one of those running back passes,
Taking it.
he's gonna launch it.
Get him on a wheel route.
Yeah, or if he has to throw it, he's gonna throw it away.
All right, Ryan, if there's
had a
one
little-
player on your team that you could get rid of.
That I could get rid of.
Yeah, same question you asked Harry. I forget how you worded it, but
The one that you
contract
want to
that
get
you
rid
would
of,
get-
but you can't get rid
Yeah.
of.
Yeah,
Nobody'll take him. Man, that's tough. Because I know that you would take Stephen Kwan.
Mhm.
So
depending on what you wanted for him, yeah. I love Stephen Kwan.
there's not like anybody that I absolutely despise on our roster that is overperforming and everybody can kind of see behind the smoke screen of it. It's like I know that he's not that good, so I don't really want to take him.
Right.
Like you trying to sell high on this. Maybe Jordan Westberg. He just has not been healthy enough
Yeah.
all year, and it's like drafted him expecting him to be good for the entirety of the year. Now he's playing good right now, but he hasn't played much all year.
yeah. But I feel like the Orioles are that team. They got a whole bunch of young dudes that were supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a couple of years ago, we adopted them as our fantasy team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because they were up and coming, and
Yeah, when it looked like they were going to make a run in the playoffs,
they
and
haven't quite got there yet.
yep.
So I'm gonna go quarterback. It's Ohtani,
For sure.
no doubt. There's not even a question there. That he's carried us for the last 3 years. I think at running back, this might surprise you, but I'm going Scooble,
Oh,
and here's the reason why.
Yeah,
Because his legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah.
And he's a guaranteed just bull.
yeah.
It's like there's just a lot of grit and grind. And then I think if we're going at receiver, probably Corbin Carroll, because Buddy is just fast. And honestly, I was bouncing back and forth between Ohtani being tight end because he's like the safety blanket that we just feel like we can just go to him because he's just going to carry it. But I probably would say the safety blanket. We're gonna look at Jacob deGrom like he's Jimmy Graham or like
Good call.
Tony Gonzalez here. He is old, and he is just doing what he's like Travis Kelce right now. He's doing what he has to do to stay in the field, and when he's on the field, he's producing with what he needs to. He's producing how he needs to produce
There you go.
to get the wins. So,
I just looked and I didn't realize he's 10-5 this year.
yeah,
Like he's plugging along.
but he stayed healthy.
I thought you would go Suarez as your tight end because it's like he's got one play he'll make, and that's it, and that's what you use him for, and he can't do anything else but
Go route.
Max home run.
Yep, but he will hit you home runs, which means he'll also drive in RBI.
Yeah.
But
So I think we're the Patriots.
I think you guys
right
are
now.
loaded. I think
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be tough come postseason.
I think that we're probably gonna lose.
You say that every year, and you're back to back champion. So
Yeah.
you are the worst, and I hope that you do lose. But you know,
At this point, I'm going for number one pick.
Hey.
do your thing, man.
My team will do. I always find like a middle section of weeks where like I'll win games that I should be. Like I know every 4 or 5 weeks, I'm either gonna fight these guys close. Or I'm gonna take a win that I shouldn't have got. Like didn't I just beat you guys like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, you smoked us last week.
And I'm like, what? And then this week I was like, let's go. Thursday, it turned. I was winning this week like 8-2, and now I'm losing 2-8. Like it just
What's
happened in one day.
what's the how many games back are you from the 6?
6.5.
6.5.
Oof, we got 3 weeks. It's gonna be tight.
Harry,
Yeah.
that was me 2 years ago. I was in 7th with 2 or 3 weeks left, and I'm like, I'm playing for the consolation in our league. Just so everybody knows, the last place finish does not get the first pick. The winner of the consolation bracket gets the first pick. So teams 1 through 6 make the playoffs, and teams 7, 8, 9, and 10 make the consolation bracket. And whoever wins the consolation gets the first pick. That keeps us from just dumping all our good players and trying to get last place. And it makes it something to play for even if you're not in the running for the championship. So we try to keep it interesting. We try to keep it fair. We try to keep it competitive as much as we can. Because we all do like to compete. None of us like to lose. Except for Justin and Tim. I can't speak for them because I talk to them once a year. So I don't know. Justin and Tim, if you hear this, if you watch, we're going to razz you until you show up on the podcast. People aren't going to believe that you're real, but I'll get you here. Don't worry. I'll get you here at some point. But
he's the one who robbed us of Shane a couple years ago. He got the draft pick trading going on, which was that was a dumpster fire.
Draft pick
I'm so glad we
trading
stopped doing that.
is an interesting thing. Yeah, I'm just so tempted to start it every year, and I'm
It's
like,
hard.
I just can't do it.
I think it's hard because we do ours offline. I think if we did it online, I think Yahoo would keep up with those trades.
Mm-hmm.
But but because we don't, by the time we come back around to the draft night again, we've all forgotten what trades we've made for picks and stuff.
Right. Crazy. Well, you guys want to talk a little bit of football for a little bit?
Let's do it.
Since you brought up the overlap, football season is upon us. Preseason games have started. The Hall of Fame has happened. The inductions have happened. And the Hall of Fame game happened. And then just some news around the NFL. I want to start with Anthony Richardson. Super talented quarterback. Was highly touted coming out of college. Everyone felt like the Colts got a big talent, which I think they did when they drafted him. However, the kid has been hurt left and right, and that includes going back to college. I looked it up the other day because I was curious after he got injured. For those of you who don't know, in their first preseason game, he played one drive. Everything was good, and it was the second play of the second drive, I believe, that he broke his finger or dislocated his finger on a hit. Now, that's a lot less serious than other injuries that he's had, for sure. But is he one of these guys that is super talented but just going to be a train wreck, just an injury waiting to happen? Is that his lot in the NFL?
I think it's gonna be hard for him because once somebody gets hurt a couple times, you watch that person with like bated breath every time they go to make a play, right? And so it's like, I look at it like it's a weird analogy, but like when Steph Curry first came into the league, his first 3 or 4 years, it was just ankles all the time. And we are
Mm-hmm.
like, this dude could be good, but he ain't gonna never be right. And then eventually he started getting better, and now he is who he is. Um, but for a while, every time he stepped on the court, we were like, is this gonna be another ankle roll night? And I feel like that's what's happening with Anthony Richardson already. He's like, he's good, he can throw, he's athletic, he should be
Sure.
this, and then something derails him, and here we go again.
And I think the interesting thing about what you brought up is when you're playing a guard spot in basketball, you can adapt your game
Mm-hmm.
in different ways,
Right.
right? Like you can kind of change the way you play. Can a
Mm-hmm.
quarterback adapt his game in such a way that changes that for him?
I mean, probably, certainly, but he wasn't. I mean, he was drafted based on pure athleticism.
Sure.
So
You brought up the RG3 comparison. I kind of like that.
yeah, no, I mean, I think probably RG3 is better, but I could see that the similar type of. I mean, maybe even no, Jamarcus Russell didn't get hurt.
He was just lazy.
You just
Yeah,
cheeks.
he just fell apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the RG3 thing is probably pretty close. He can't pass. That's why I say he falls short of RG3. But maybe from a talent perspective, Richardson just struggles to make those type of throws. I mean, I see so many Instagram videos of him like overthrowing an easy crossing route, like just wide open, but he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Now, of course, we're talking about somebody who can't hit the broadside of a barn, me. But
sure, but we're not trying to play quarterback in the NFL, and that's
right.
the difference.
But and here's the thing that I think is going to be interesting with him. I also look at him as like, you know how when pitchers come in to baseball and they just throw hard and they're throwers.
Yeah, they're
Like,
throwers. They're
they
not
have
pitchers.
very little. Yeah, I even somebody like Adam Wainwright, when he first came in, he was blazing and he was a thrower.
Mm.
And what made him last was that he turned into a pitcher. He developed that curveball, and he was able. He wasn't throwing as hard, especially later. But when he was in the high point of his career, when he switched from just being a thrower, he went from 96, 90, whatever to mid to low 90s with his fastball, but he could put it wherever he wanted to, and he became a pitcher. And I feel like if he can stay healthy long enough, and somebody can help him use that athleticism to become a good passer and not just a thrower, then you'll start to see less of those overthrows that you see from him now. Because you're right, I've seen some things where you're like, oh, that dude is right there, and that ball was 15 yards too far. Like,
Well,
what are you doing, bro?
yeah, I mean,
just because you can don't mean you have to all the time.
when a quarterback goes from being to kind of follow your analogy, when a quarterback goes from being a scrambler athlete to using his athleticism to simply move the pocket, but still get a good throw off, that's different than him having happy feet. Like, adjusting accordingly is not, oh, I go to my first read, I don't have the open receiver, and now I'm freaking out and I'm running, and I get hurt. It's he's using his athleticism to move the pocket and give his receivers time, not to run, not to scramble. I think if he can learn to do that, and Ryan, like you said, get a bit more accurate, and maybe that accuracy is, due to nerves. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But he is a super talented guy. I hope a speedy recovery for him. In a 2-quarterback league, injuries to guys like that matter because we got to pick up a second quarterback for our.
Which, if you don't remember, we are a 2-quarterback league.
We are. I love it. I love being a 2-quarterback league.
Ridiculous scoring.
It's crazy scoring for sure.
Just because I love points.
Yes.
But
I call it a keyboard league because that one spot is QWERTY.
But I'm a big fan of it. The Jacksonville Jaguars kicker, Cam Little, in their preseason game last night against the Steelers, which they ended up losing, kicked a 70-yard field goal. I remember I want to say it was the early 2000s when Jason Elam of the Denver Broncos broke the all-time record and kicked a 63-yard field goal. And people were like, who's gonna kick a 65-yard field goal? No one. Who's gonna kick a 70-yard field goal? No one. Oh, it'll have to be someone in Denver if it happens. I don't even know where the game was at, honestly. But the kid kicked a 70-yard field goal. That is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. When I saw the video, they zoomed the camera out, and they are lined up on their own 40-yard line. It is, I just don't understand how it's physically possible for someone to do that.
And I felt like it was going to have to happen at some point, because when Justin Tucker did the 66, what was that, 2-3 years ago when he did that?
Was that the last record, 66?
66. Justin Tucker did it a couple years ago. And I mean, he had some space still. It didn't like graze the pole,
barely made
the
it,
crossbar when it went over. And this 70-yard kick was
it would have been good from 73.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. Did they barely make it? Because I haven't seen it.
Nope.
No. So
he could have been at least 2 or 3 yards back further.
It was either one of the net guys or the mascot, I can't remember now, who caught it like behind the.
Dang.
So I mean, it was.
And does it count as a record? Because on a preseason game,
I don't think it does. I think it has to be a regular, like a regular season game or a postseason game, which is dumb because everyone saw it. Like, everyone knows it happened.
Right.
But I just...
And you can't take it away from them, but it won't be in the record book.
Hit a 70 in the regular season. I just don't think it...
Yeah, they're going to...
do it when it counts, dude.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah.
I mean...
They're going to try it probably week 1 or week 2. Whenever the first couple of weeks at home, they're going to try it.
It's amazing. Cam, your leg not that little, but
yeah, like I would stand up and clap for you right now, but I'm not going to. But I'm happy for you. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And I will say, and I'm gonna kind of.
I want to ban kickers. I hate kickers in fantasy football.
So we don't even use kickers in our league, do we?
We don't. But how many points would that have been? Because like you get X amount of points for 60 yards, 40, 50 yards, whatever. Golly, that would have been.
I don't even know if there's a category for it. It would probably be the same. It's
60 plus.
Yeah, it doesn't say 60 plus or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably just a range. Still get 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is.
Well, I want to kind of put you guys on the spot because that is a super impressive record, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the record. I saw it happen. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
What's another impressive record to you in sports that stands out? Like something that you just you see or you hear about and you think there's no way that anyone can come close to that.
Oh wow! The first thing that pops into my head is Ken Griffey Jr. hitting the warehouse in Camden Yards.
Pretty good.
That's a long way. I mean, and he hit it on the fly too. Like, I mean, that's a long way to hit a baseball. Yeah, and nobody's done it since.
Happy Gilmore, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Mine
was going to be negative, but go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I was going to say I don't think that anybody's going to end up breaking the Cubs record for a World Series drought. So,
I mean, that's a pretty impressive record.
That's very impressive.
And like I'm not saying that in like taking a shot.
Oh,
it's like
it's
the sheer ridiculousness of it is like
it's insane.
Like, no, you played baseball for how many years and didn't win a chance? Like, the law of averages has to give out at some point, doesn't it? Like,
entire people's lives came and went.
Yeah.
We're talking
like an entire multiple generation people did not see the Cubs win a World Series. That is crazy. I would not have gone that direction, but I am, as a Cardinal fan, I'm glad you brought that up. Well, you know what though, and I do sympathize with Cub fans on that, honestly, because I can't imagine being a lifelong fan of a team and just seeing heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. That now, it's certainly not to that level, but I'm a Blues fan. I'm a St. Louis Blues fan, and it was 50 whatever years, and the Blues for a while had the longest active playoff streak in the four major sports. They made the playoffs more years in a row than any other team in the major sports category, and didn't win a championship. And they brought in, Pronger and McInnes and Gretzky and Grant Fuhrer and a slap shot from the blue line, or damn near half ice, center ice, beats them in Game 7. Or overtime I'm like,
oh God,
Steve Yzerman, I will hate you forever because of that. Like it's absurd. So like I felt the pain of heartbreak there. And I'm a Mizzou fan, and Mizzou's not come close to a national title, so I'm like, ugh.
Well, they're in the SEC, so that's never going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
they had that one year.
Yeah, they did.
Where they were, what was that? 07?
07. Where Oklahoma, the only loss.
Yeah,
Oklahoma boat race.
I watched the highlight with Oklahoma.
Do you know what?
I was watching that game.
Do you know what's ridiculous about that season to me? Is we lost to Oklahoma twice that year in Norman and in the Big 12 championship. And the game in Norman was pretty close.
Yeah.
The game in Norman, Mizzou was within one score until like halfway through the fourth quarter. And their offense just stalled. And I'm like, they were playing them pretty close. The Big 12 championship, they just didn't show up. It was a train wreck. But all that to say, I do sympathize with Cub fans who are some of the most passionate fans in sports and went so long without seeing their team win. It's just got to be gut wrenching. I can't imagine.
Quick side note: Cardinals just won the series.
Oh, I forgot that the Cardinals were playing the Cubs while we were recording this, so I was like, "Ooh, should we give live updates?" 3-2.
3-2.
Man,
we won. No cheap drinks, but we won.
Today.
They scored in the 7th. Okay.
Yeah, Brewers lost, but they also, I don't know how anybody's gonna get home. They might have to sleep in the stadium. Did you see that?
Well, the flooding.
The
flooding in Milwaukee is crazy.
Flooding outside of the. There were cars halfway underwater right outside the stadium.
Half of their parking lots were shut down because you couldn't access them.
Holy cow.
And it was raining so hard. The roof was closed, but water was still coming through. Like it was raining so hard that water was still coming through. It was crazy. Crazy stuff. A little fun thing to end the podcast, because we're kind of coming up on time here. Along with fantasy rankings and all of that getting ready to come out, Madden released their new rankings for Madden 26. And I want to go through the top quarterbacks and the bottom quarterbacks, because I think there's a few potential surprises there. So I would say the first 4 are no surprise. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are 99 overall. They're going to be the top-rated quarterbacks in every fantasy league as well. Joe Burrow is 3rd at 97. And Patrick Mahomes is 4th at 95. And if you had to guess, you what?
That's too high.
Too high. Get out of here. If you had to guess who number 5 is, who would you say?
So surprising, man. I mean, if I hadn't already looked at it, I would have guessed like Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, that would have been my next pick.
Matthew Stafford is number 5 with an 88 overall ranking.
Jalen is not even 90?
No.
Jaden is 85, and he's 10th overall. And Jalen Hurts is 86 overall, and he is 7th overall.
They do not like the dude. Yeah,
those were surprising to me for sure. And then most of the bottom was not surprising, but I will say this. Aaron Rodgers is a 76 overall. That seems low to me. I know he's not what he used to be, but that seems low to me.
That's because he's 76 years old. I think they just gave him
They
just gave him his age.
just gave him
one
one for every year.
1 point per year.
Yeah.
That is funny. That being said, I still, being with the Steelers, he's got some talent around him. I think he would be a solid second quarterback to have if you're in a 2-quarterback league. Not ideal.
Yeah. He's gonna put up some numbers this year, I think.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
I don't think it's a different system than he's ever played in,
Sure.
I think. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they pull it off. I mean, he's got DK Metcalf. But yeah,
No, I watched the drill the other day, and Buddy looked like his feet were stuck in the mud trying to go around them cones. It's just looking a little slow, and I mean,
well, they probably
I
were.
enjoy Aaron. I enjoy him.
He mentally was probably still in that cave meditating or something.
Yeah.
I mean, this Russ is a 76 too.
That's true. He is. Russell Wilson, 76.
Yeah.
Who would you have? Who would you rather have? Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson?
Aaron Rodgers, no question.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson with Malik Neighbors, or Aaron Rodgers with DK Metcalf?
Aaron Rodgers.
I think
Still
Aaron Rodgers.
He's just a more talented guy.
He's a more talented quarterback. He's going to find a way to get people the ball that need to get the ball.
It's fair.
I will also.
And I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I think he's got a coach that's going to scheme him for success, and that plus the talent, the natural talent that he still has, I think he's going to do better. I think Russ just tries too hard, I think is what it is. He tries too hard to be all the things that he is.
The other guy that surprised me with how low he was rated was Trevor Lawrence. He's a 75 overall. Now, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is like a top 10 guy, but I think he's probably better than a 75 overall.
I don't know. I think we know who he is.
No,
You think?
yeah, I think so. I was gonna say he's
Yeah.
a solid C, which
Yeah,
I mean, I guess is what.
I just think we know who he is. He's went through a couple different coaching changes now in Jacksonville, and even getting a better coach at the helm, it's like no,
Yeah,
he is what he is.
Yeah, fair enough.
he was
Average QB.
he was that much better than everybody at Clemson, but when he got to the pros,
Yeah.
we saw what he really is.
Sure.
Some things just don't translate.
Yep.
Well,
Where was Herbert, by the way?
Justin Herbert,
85.
he's
I
an
like him.
86. He's an 86 overall. So he and Jalen Hurts are tied for 6th overall. Baker Mayfield and Jaden Daniels are 85 overall.
Go Baker.
Which I mean, Herbert is teetering on that sort of like, are you gonna be above average, or are you just gonna be average?
I think he's
Right there, yeah.
slightly above average. I would put him slightly above average, but I don't think he's on an elite level by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Now,
Yeah, but he should be.
they don't have a better option, and they're not going to have a better option for a while. But
Yeah.
No.
kind of is what it is.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, fellas, this has been fun. Fun fact to wrap up
Yeah,
tonight. Antonio Gates just went into the Hall of Fame, the first player ever to make it without playing a down of college football. I heard that, and I had to double check it because I didn't believe it. But he is.
Yep. He played basketball.
He played basketball. He did not play college football
He
at all.
played football.
So I would love to do some research and hear that story, or see if there's an interview somewhere that he's done where he tells the story about how he came to play football. But yeah, he got elected to the Hall of Fame without playing college football. First person ever to do that. So that's pretty fun. Anyway, y'all.
Thought you were gonna bring up the 50-foot glizzy at the White Sox game today.
I did not hear this. A 50-foot hot dog. Wow.
21 pounds. I saw it about a couple hours ago.
Well,
I mean, the White Sox have to do something to keep it fun.
I was going to say the White Sox don't really have anything else going for them, so why not have the world's longest hot dog?
Yeah.
That's crazy. 50.
Was it just on display, or were they trying
They
to,
marched it around the field.
Shut up.
Go look it up. They marched it around the field. They had like 15 people holding it. It was crazy. Walking around the outside, the warning track.
That is next level.
That's some weird witchcraft and seancey stuff.
That's
just trying to put some good juju on that,
that's like
on that field to get some wins going or something.
That's like,
Jeez.
all right, guys, we've
Thing
celebrated the anniversary of the World Series team. We've done all the bobbleheads
that nobody remembers.
We did.
Nobody remembers.
We did Star Wars night. Hot dog.
We made the hideous city
foot
cadet
sausage.
uniforms.
We need the world's longest hot dog. That'll bring people in. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
what a note to
Wow.
end on. Good stuff, guys.
Do what I can.
Hey, Hattie B Sports Ball Bash,
Yeah,
baby. Gotta
yep,
do
there
it.
you go. Anyone tuning in, we appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on social. I'll put all that stuff up like I did last week. We'll have comments. We'll have some banners for you so you can see where you can keep up with us. Our fantasy draft is coming up, so I'm sure we'll be doing some content around that. Maybe we'll all do.
I think we should live.
I think we probably should live it, and I think we should probably let the audience pick one of our draft picks, so everyone gets an audience draft pick.
Good call.
Maybe we'll figure out a way to do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We do need
See
to,
what happens.
actually need to set that.
For sure. Yeah, we need to figure that out. Anyway, y'all, it's been fun. We'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.